live. Happy Wednesday, Woman in Business Wednesday. So I'm so excited to be here with Sarah. We're going to go and talk about a little bit about some pain points as to why people are not growing their socials, right? So let me ask you something real quick. For anyone that's watching now or later, have you ever felt like you're posting but nothing's happening? You're showing up, you're trying to be consistent, you know your social media matters, but it's not translating well, right? You're not getting leads, there's no growth. Is that you or anybody that you know that feel that the same way? Because it's not because you're bad, it's what you do. So that's what we're going to break down and talk about. And before we continue along, I'm Alfyn. I'm the founder of Scene Makers, and I'm also your local real estate professional here in Reno Sparks. Zara, go ahead and introduce yourself.
And I am Zyra. I'm co-partners with Seed Makers, and I'm the social media manager for Seed Makers.
Yeah, I know. So cool. I love where our team is going and how we're able to help others, right?
Yeah.
So, Zara, question.
Yes. Answer.
Here's tell me what you consistently see, especially with like agents, entrepreneurs, and maybe even small business owners. So what are some of the pain points?
Them not knowing what to post. There's no strategy, the inconsistency. Once they have a strategy, for example, if they do have a strategy, they'll say, okay, I need to post and do this on this day, right? They already have a game plan, but they don't end up doing it. They end up being inconsistent, or they start doing it and they end up falling off. I want to say that is the main one that I see pretty often whenever I talk to individuals.
Absolutely. And with that pain point, um, what do you feel like is the best solution?
Just going for it. That is always the answer, just going for it. And if you really don't know where to start, go to someone that this is their expertise and that can actually guide you and walk you through and actually motivate you to do it. Sometimes we need a little cheerleader in the back end that says, oh my God, do it. Post it. That's amazing, because I feel like we're our own worst critics, that whenever we have a post, we want to post it. I think we spoke about this in our last live. It's like we criticize every single detail about it.
Mm-hmm. So let me tell you, you say just do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if they don't have the bandwidth? What if, you're running a business, you're serving clients, you're managing admin, you're wearing so many different hats,
Mm-hmm.
and social media becomes that one thing that you don't feel like doing? What do you do then?
You call scene makers. You call us, and we will analyze your social media. We will talk to you, figure out what do you want to do with your goals, and we will help you get there. It's literally, that's what I would do, is I would call and I would ask for help.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Am I still live, guys?
Yes, you're live.
Man, I've never really gone live anyone. So,
Hey, but we're here.
but we're
Jill's
here.
in the building.
Hello, Julie.
There we go. Sorry, I was like, someone's knocking. Let me answer. No worries. Okay, well, back to our question. I'm not sure if you've totally answered. If you're that person that you're wearing multiple hats, you're doing so many different things, what do you do then?
Going back to me.
Mm-hmm.
Call scene makers.
So tell us a little bit about what scene maker do.
Okay, so we are all around trade. I don't even know how to describe it. We do everything. We will get with you, make reels, make content, I think that my favorite thing that we do is we will literally book you for an hour, 2 hour shoot and shoot content for the whole entire month. So you don't even have to think about it later on. We take care of it. We think about what you're gonna say in the videos. You know, we talk to you, we analyze who is your audience, what is your voice, what is the tone, what is the target, who do you want to reach? Do you want to get leads? What do you want? Do you want to set appointments? Whatever. We get that from you. We come up with the scripts. So that's what we do. We come up with the scripts. We provide that with to you. You look over it, you prep for it, you like it, you don't like it, you give us feedback. That's the one thing we always want is your feedback. We want to get to know you and what works for you, not for us, for you. So we do that. You review the templates that we create for you. If you like one, great. Let's go ahead and shoot that. We book you, we shoot all your content, and guess what? We have Alfyn, Justin, and Ray, three awesome videographers and photographers. That is their expertise. That's going to go ahead, shoot you, get your best angles. That's one thing that I am, I love to preach about is your angles. Make you look your very, very best. They put it all together, make it look magnificent. Then they sent it to me. I am your social media manager, and I will go ahead, create the caption, CTA, all that good stuff. Of course, I will never post without your permission. So I do a weekly, I send it to you weekly, you approve, and we go ahead and post it. And that is how our system works. Pretty straightforward, very, very easy. I feel like a lot of individuals tend to overthink it, or the experiences that we've had shooting certain individuals. Yeah, I feel like they overthink it is the main one. They get stuck in their head and they get nervous and they get scared and they're like, how is this gonna look? What am I gonna say? But even, can I use yesterday's for an example?
Yeah.
How we had that template and how a local realtor here, we were guiding him through it, and Alfyn created this template, and it was beautifully. And even through it, like he was like reading it, and then he was started brainstorming, and then he started adding his own tweaks, and then Alfyn just started giving him more input, and it just, the way the video came out, it was, I can't, I have no words, but it flowed so seamlessly that I'm so excited for everyone to see. You know, just how we all
Absolutely.
just work together in it.
Absolutely. So yeah, so there's definitely lack of bandwidth, when you're wearing multiple hats.
Mhm.
Overthinking is another pain point as to why your media is not growing. And then, inconsistency. So inconsistency, a lot of people want to just start but never follow through. They'll start and burst and then stop, or
Yes.
they'll post a little bit and then they'll disappear for a couple weeks. So that you're just restarting over and over when you do that.
Mhm.
The algorithm does not award talent, it awards consistency and clarity. So if you're the one like, oh, I need to post on social more, but you're doing it in bursts, doing it in once here and there, it's really not going to help. It's just like doing mailers. If you're not doing it every month, then it's not worth doing, you
Mhm.
know? Because the people that are consistent with it month after month after month will get that client in a year's time, 6 months time, compared to you just doing it once every quarter.
Mhm.
So same thing with social, same things apply. You do have to be consistent in order for you to gain some traction and get some leads, get some clients, with social media.
Yeah, and I know, can I add one thing is
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of individuals don't really think about this, but in order for you to grow, you also need to interact with different accounts on social media. Especially when you're going to post something, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, every social media platform, they keep track of that. And if they see, before you're going to post something, if they see that you are constantly commenting on other individuals' story, resharing, comments, all that stuff, and then you post something, they're going to push your videos out. And that's how you start growing your following. So that's something that a lot of individuals, I feel like every time I mention that, they're
They
like, wait,
forget,
really? Yeah.
because
You
sometimes they
have to
forget. They
interact.
post and then they leave it.
Yes.
Do not leave it because you're going to see people liking it,
Yeah.
commenting. You have to interact. You have to do more than 5 words per
Mm-hmm.
comment to get that engagement. And it helps with the algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, so we talked about inconsistency. Okay, we talked about the bandwidth, the overthinking, and then the third one we talked about. inconsistency. There's another one is, and you mentioned this earlier, you don't know what to post.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can just tell you what people may think, or what I've thought in the past as well is, am I being annoying? Is this even valuable? Why is everyone else growing faster? And I tell this to everyone that compares themselves to other people, is jealousy is the thief of happiness. And I truly believe that because you're focusing your energy as to what other people are doing and what they're achieving as to what you could do and help for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So jealousy is the thief of happiness, guys. So, definitely focus and see, reevaluate what you have going on within yourself and how you can improve and grow within yourself before you even get jealous and look at other people, because those people, you don't know what they're going through. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know how long it took for them to be where they're at, to get
Mm-hmm.
consistent, to do the calls, to do the text messages, to, you know, s- be up first thing in the morning, be up late at night. So you just never know. So, everyone has their own journey. Everyone has their own type of work ethic as well, I believe. So it's like reevaluate yourself first before you even look upon others, right?
Yeah.
Just how I see it. What do you think?
No, I agree. Stay in your lane. Stay focused to you and your goals and what you want to accomplish. Because life is going to throw obstacles at you, regardless if it's personal, business, any little obstacle. Just stay focused to who you truly are and where you want to go and where you want your business to go, and you're going to get there.
Yes, and there's
Mhm.
so much resources as far as getting ideas on what to post.
Mhm.
Like, for example, answerthepeople.com. In any type of genre of work, you can go to that website. You can put, okay, nail tech, you can put real estate, you can put lender. And then from that area, it will generate hundreds of questions based on that topic, and those are real live questions that is on all social media sites, on all sites, that real people are asking. So you can just grab the top 3, top 5, or however many you want to start answering those questions. You're giving value, you're
Mhm.
answering those questions, and it's related to your line of work. So
Mhm.
if you don't know what to post, you can start there. A lot of people love when you pinpoint your problem, your pain points, and how can you, as the business owner or individual, how can you resolve it? So that's a tip where anyone could start. And you can always use the news,
Mhm.
to do content. You can pull other inspiration. And then the third one is working with us.
Mhm.
If you don't want to think, then we can do the thinking for you.
No,
You
really, that's. And
tell us
another
what
thing is,
your vision is.
don't be afraid to be inspired. How many of us do we? I know everyone. Who am I kidding? How many of us? We all follow certain individuals and we are inspired by them. I know I see posts on Instagram that I'm constantly sending to Alfyn, like, oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, that's amazing. Let's remake this. Let's do that. Let's do that. Don't be afraid to be inspired, and give that credit. Be like, oh, I got this idea, blah, 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 in your caption. Give them the credit, and it's okay to be inspired and remake certain reels, especially nowadays. How many reels do we see being remade left and right,
Mm-hmm.
nonstop?
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you can start there. There's so many
Mm-hmm.
ways, and if you feel like you're stuck in any way, shape, or form, message me, message Ira, and we'll be able to just kind of nudge you and
Yeah.
guide you where to start. Really, because I was there when I first started real estate. I was like, where do I even start? How do I even begin? I'm over here thinking, what are people doing, using? What type of editing are they doing? And that's another thing is pinpoint pain point number 5, I believe we're at. You're doing everything alone, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's where overthinking comes in as well, is when you have to think, oh my goodness, I have to do all of this by myself. I have to film, edit, I have to think about the captions, hashtag, post it, and drive engagement. So it does seem a lot, right?
Yeah. And when you record a video, you have to make sure that the first 3 to 5 seconds you capture them, or else it was, we lost them.
Absolutely. And
Mhm.
it's just a matter of actually doing. And
Yeah.
if you really don't have the bandwidth, like how the pain point number one we talked about is about, because you do wear so many hats, then you
Mhm.
can always leverage help. And you can leverage help with scene makers, and we'll be able to help you with all of that. Zyra is our social media manager. She'll be able to go ahead and, collaborate with you, talk to you about what your goals are, and she'll be able to get that all going, as far as caption, hashtag, and actually posting it for you and doing some engagement as well,
Mhm.
depending on your plan.
Yeah. Your voice, who's your target? Who do you want to reach? I'll never get over that. It's who is your voice?
hmm And if you're a business, small business, and you're trying to grow your brand, do you actually know what your brand is? That's a real question. Like, do you know how you make people feel when you show up on social media? Because that's, with everything that we just said, that should be step number one,
Mhm.
is being clear with who you are, how you want to show up, who's your target audience, and how do you want to present and look when you're engaging in social media. So, I'll give you an example. And if you're not here yet, then we're here to help you.
Mhm.
So, let's look. So, with Scene Makers, we've totally identified who we are. Scene Makers is a Reno based creative collective providing photo, video, and social media management for brands ready to show up confidently, consistently, and professionally. We're not a single creator, we're a team built to support growth, clarity, and visibility. So, whoever's watching now or later, do you know who you are and how you're presenting your business? So, here, Sarah, do you want to go over that?
Yeah, this is our vision. So, our vision is to become Northern Nevada's most trusted creative collective for brands who want to elevate their presence without feeling overwhelmed. I feel like we talk about that a lot is, you know, let us handle everything for you. You just show up, we get your good angles, shoot everything. If you have an idea, let's put it together with all creative minds. Think about it. It's not just you by yourself. You're backed up by three creative individuals right behind you. Four, actually. Sorry, can't do math. Our mission. We help brands look like who they're becoming through intentional visual storytelling and strategic content systems. And that's very, very important.
Absolutely. Okay. So we have a brand mantra, right? This could be subject to change, but right now, this is what our core values are. Make your brand make sense. We are not, I like,
Look like who they're becoming.
yeah, like on my phone within the last like year or so, mine is always move with purpose. And so with Scene Makers, our mantra is make your brand make sense to you as the individual. And as your team, we're not going to just to post. We're going to make sure we are on brand for you. So we want core values, clarity, consistency, respect, flexibility, and definitely growth. We want to be able to help you grow your business, and that's why we're here.
Our brand personality. We are modern, professional, confident, creative, approachable, luxury. In our tone, it's very clear, calm, elevated, and encouraging.
Absolutely. So all of this we've already kind of, we made clear as to what our mantra is, what is our brand personality, and then here typography. So we want to make sure we're consistent all throughout whenever we're posting for scene makers. We want clean, bold. We've identified all that from primary, secondary, and scripts only. So, you know, like I said, your brand could be subject to change, but as you start and as you build your content, it has to be uniform, because just like McDonald's, when you see that M, it's McDonald's, their
Mhm.
colors. If you see Target, it's Target, when you see that dog, that's Target. And then what is our visual style and what we deliver? So this is our visual style, but when it comes to our clients, we can definitely, we can definitely move around what yours is. So
Mhm.
but that's just ours. And then These are our color palette. Zara, you want to go kind of over it?
Yeah, this is what we all agreed on. Soft blush pink, champagne gold, charcoal black, warm off-white, and muted rose. I can't say, is this taupe or is it top? How do you pronounce
Taupe, I
that?
believe.
Taupe.
Anyone
If
watching
we
it, you can
pronounced it
correct us.
wrong, please let us know. But yeah, picking your color palette, piggyback on what Alfyn said, is everything needs to be consistent. Going back to the
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's things, we know that yellow and red is McDonald's. Red and white is Target. Blue, is it blue or gold or blue and silver? Walmart. Or is it blue and white? Blue
Blue and white.
something, is Walmart. So what are your colors? These are our colors of scene makers, but we can definitely sit down with you, go over the audience that you want to target and what colors would go with that audience.
Yeah, and then what we do is that we narrow our colors, right? Narrow our
Mm-hmm.
branding. And with all of this information, we make sure that it's linked to our Canva. So whenever we're creating anything scene makers, our colors are sync, our fonts are in sync, and then that way we're not second guessing as to what to use. And that's something
Yeah.
we can help brands with or other people with, is to really be clear on what you want and how do you want to look moving forward so you can build that consistency. And you can see like our colors are kind of different, right? Because we have soft blush pink, and that's Zyra. Look, she loves pink, and
Oh
she loves
yeah, look it.
pink in our brand. So we added that on there, and I like black. I like dark, whatever, and the boys don't care.
Mhm.
So we collaborated and figured how we can incorporate some pink in there.
Can we also add how it's okay to use color? Because how many times have we heard individuals be afraid to use colors because they're scared of how they're gonna come
Yeah,
across?
see, like the
You
pink.
know? Yeah. Super duper pretty. You'd be surprised if you wanted to use color, how we can make it look and pop for your brand while it still looks very modern, classy, and elegant.
Yeah, and this was super easy once
Mhm.
I established the color palette on Canva. This was not this color, as far as the main template. Hit
Mhm.
our color palette and it provided as our colors.
Mhm.
So, it could be eventually changed as far as like little things in the future, but so far this is what we've agreed upon, and this is how we want our colors to look. And if you even see like our onboarding like packages, you'll see it's like really Zyra, like really pink.
I think I can
But
show
it's
it right
cute.
now. Let's see. I really need to start wearing my glasses. I'm over here squinting. Can you guys see?
See?
It's a hot pink, baby pink, light pink.
And then for our creators, I made it more like kind of, yeah, a little toned down a little bit for the boys.
But she still added, it looks brighter on camera, but this is like that blush
Lighter.
pink. Yeah, this is like a
It
like
could
a
be
peach
like
color, huh?
unisex.
Yeah, it's
So for the
not, yeah.
creators, for the boys, I kind of made it less super bright.
Boom.
Yeah. So, but it still incorporates everyone's like, colors, which is great. So,
Hmm.
if you feel like you're lacking this clarity, definitely let us know. We can work on that with you. But yeah, we want to just provide value. We want to provide um, clarity and also movement for you as you move on with your business, right?
Hmm.
Other than that, we've talked about pain points. We've talked about brand and how it could look. Um, do you have anything else, Sarah?
No, I'm just very excited.
I know. I just wanted to go over that, for anyone that feels like
Hmm.
this is of value. That QR code over there, I don't know if I'm pointing to it.
Yeah, work with us up here. This
You
right
can
here.
just scan that, put your information in, and inquire. We'll be happy to
Mhm.
answer any of your branding, social media questions.
Yes.
Till next time, next week, we'll
Bye,
answer more questions.
everybody.
Oh, put your questions below so we can answer as well.